Let's go. Letting the fro breed tonight. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Salutations. Happy hump day. We're going to tear the shit out of this fucking board up. I'm so excited. We got we got Lamar Jackson in Buffalo. Buffalo, Baltimore this week. First time that the MVP and the runner-up are going to be playing this early in the divisional round. I am fucking thrilled. Oh my God, am I thrilled. Oh my goodness. Guys, I got a little story to tell. Got a little story time. I got a pleasant surprise. I put in 3 bets. I went to Monmouth. The Chargers. I just want to. I'm gonna tell a little story, and then we're gonna get into looking at the things together once everybody gets in here. But I took a FanDuel beating on my phone. I had the Chargers Saturday, and that screwed me up. And I needed to reset. And I needed to, after the Chargers loss, I had to regroup, and I had to figure out a way to bet. But I have responsible gaming on my FanDuel because I'm responsible these days. I'm all grown up now. So what happened was I had to drive to Monmouth. I had to wake up Sunday. I drove to Monmouth, and I put in 3 tickets. I put in a money line parlay, 3 teams: Philly money line, Buffalo money line, the New York Knicks against Milwaukee. They won by 30. That was easy. Then I had 2 teasers. I had a 3-leg teaser at 7.5 points. I had Buffalo -0.5 against Denver. I had Washington plus 10.5 versus Tampa Bay, and I had Green Bay plus 12.5. They lost by 12. I won that one. Now I had a 3rd ticket from Monmouth, and I got such a pleasant surprise today. I went to Monmouth, and my whole life, a parlay. If you have a 2-team parlay or a 3-team parlay, if one leg is a push and the other ones win, that just gets knocked out, and you get paid for the 2. However, in a teaser, if one leg is a push and the other one's wins, usually the whole thing is a loser. But I didn't want to not inquire. So my 3rd ticket, it was a 7-point teaser. I was taking 3.5 with Tampa Bay. They lost by 3, covered. And I was taking 12 on the nose with Green Bay. And what happened? Green Bay lost by 12. So that's a push. So I figured my teaser was a loser. So I took that one to the window. I handed him my 2. Then I said to the girl, I said, listen, I think I already know the answer, but can you just tell me if this is still a live ticket? I said, I pushed on one leg of a teaser. And she's like, oh, it's still good. She's like, every sports book is different. I said, wow. Caesar's sports book, which is the sports book at the Monmouth racetrack, that's what I used. Caesar's sports book, they don't, if you have a teaser and one leg pushes, it's not a loser. It just goes down to one less leg. I thought that was pretty valuable. I gotta hit a couple of the VIPs up right now and get them in there. I want the VIPs fucking in here. Let me see. Ryan, I'm texting you. T Rich, C Rich. I want the usual suspects in here. I want the usuals. Let's go, boys. Let's go. I want the usual suspects. Who else? Who else am I throwing on? Guys, I know I could bother twice. I want the boys in here because I want to go over all this shit. So I didn't even get to my story yet. So I got to Monmouth today with the 3 tickets. The one that I thought was a loser was a winner. So long story short, I had like 21 extra dollars that I didn't think I'd have, like something stupid. So I've been talking about what can we do to look ahead, a home run, so to speak, Super Bowl, futures. What could we do? So the last 3 years, I'm on a 3-year home run streak for the big game. 3 years ago, I had Cooper Kupp to be the MVP of the Super Bowl plus 1,000. Everybody was saying, no, when's the last time it was a receiver? I hit it. Then the following year, I had the correct score of the Super Bowl. Lucky, 38-35. That was plus 20,000. Then last year, I'm looking. I don't like to force what I feel. I like to really look at it and see what I'm feeling. So last year, I'm looking at that Chiefs-Niner game. I'm looking. I was so torn up. It was so deep. It was like an hour before the Super Bowl last year. And I was so confused about who I thought was going to win. It hit me. It hit me right in the face. Overtime. I posted it. I told everybody overtime. So last year hit another fucking bet plus 2,000 or whatever it was. So I got a 3-year streak of Super Bowl homers. So that leads me to what I did today. I've been talking to a couple of my buddies, Ryan, T. Rich. I've been saying since the beginning of the year that since Derrick Henry has gone to Baltimore, and what I know and what I think about Lamar Jackson, how good he is, and that team, it reminds me of the Denver Broncos when we were in high school and early college, 97, 98, when Denver Broncos had John Elway, and he was a Super Bowl quarterback but never got over the hump. When they got Terrell Davis, they repeated. Yo, what's up, T. Rich? I'm just going over that real quick. What I always said to you, because I'm letting a couple minutes go by. I'm repeating that real quick, T. Rich. This year's Ravens team reminds me of the 97 and 98 Broncos when they got Terrell Davis, 2,000-yard Terrell Davis. They became champions. The next year, repeat. I feel like 2 weeks after the Super Bowl, we're all going to be looking back and going, holy shit, how did we not see that? Fucking Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson. What are we, fucking crazy? How did we not all have Baltimore? Like, that's what I'm thinking right now. Think about this, guys. Derrick Henry is on the fucking Ravens. Did you see what he did? He had the most quietest 180 yards last week ever. Guys didn't even want to tackle Derrick Henry last week. Now, it's going to be 9 degrees in Buffalo Sunday night. It's the last game of the weekend. Sunday night, Buffalo. It's going to be 9 degrees, wind chill below zero. Who the fuck is going to want to tackle Derrick Henry? Now, this is what I'm getting at. I'm a long form storyteller sometime. So now, the thing that occurred to me that's most common when I was talking to you the other day, T. Rich, Derrick Henry. If I believe the Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl, Derrick Henry could be the MVP, especially if he goes for like a record or something. Then I had T. Rich look up the number. The record was like 205 yards. If Derrick Henry ever goes for like a 200 burger and they win the fucking Super Bowl, he's going to be the MVP. So I took that $21 extra today, and I said to the lady, put that 21 on Derrick Henry. Super Bowl MVP. I said, and then I went to the story because I like to talk. I said, I'm on a 3-year streak. You might want to take a little note of that. Yeah. Derrick Henry. Got a huncherooski. So I put the $21 change that I had from my collectings. Put it on Derrick Henry, Super Bowl MVP, and the payout is $399.00. Oh, what a pretty number. I'm so glad I put 21 on it and not the 20. Exactly. Oh, I'm getting such and such 21. Get $21 on Derrick Henry, Super Bowl MVP. What's up, Big O? We got some good shit to talk about. This is important. We got anticipation. Hey, Darlene, what are you doing? Darlene, I got some shit for you too. Remember you said Washington? The odds on Washington are crazy. But listen, I don't know if I can put it in for you. I could or I could put it out for you. I got to put the ticket in person because I have responsible gaming on my FanDuel because I'm a bitch. So like if I go over like $50 in a week, I'm not allowed to load anymore. So if I clog up half of what I'm allowed to bet with one of your bets, I won't be able to bet. You get it? But I'll gladly drive to victory because I put shit in person all the time. I'll put it in for you if you want. No doubt. No fucking doubt, big sis. But so listen to this. Watch what Washington is. Now, and I got two points to make, like, that we're going to be looking at. The one point is it's going to be a week after the Super Bowl, and we're all going to be looking back and going, oh my God, Derrick Henry was on Baltimore. What were we fucking thinking? That's going to be that's my main goal. That's the one I'm hammering home now. T-Rich, crop this shit, remix it, put a little fucking tune behind it, because you guys are going to be like, wow, Nucci was right. Nucci was fucking right. Let me tell you something about myself. I watch this shit so close. When I see a greatness player, I catch on. And a couple times over the course of my life, I knew this guy was gonna do it and be the best and be a champ. And he got beat, but I was a year away. It happened to me with Kobe when he was young, fucking shooting air balls. I was like, what the fuck, man? I know what I see. I knew Kobe was gonna be a champ. I feel the same way with Lamar. I had Baltimore last year to win the whole fucking thing. And I was scratching my head when they got knocked out. I was a year away. Now that Henry is there, it's like the 97-98 Broncos. It's beautiful. Now that Henry's there, I must say, guys, I think Baltimore is the front runner. I think the long shot. Now I have an alternate ending story. My alternate ending long shot is for you, Darlene. Ready for this, Darlene? Here's that my one ending to the year was we're all going to look back a couple days after the Super Bowl and be like, holy shit, how did we not realize Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, they're so good. We should have known they were going to win. We should have bet them early. I did. But I think the other one, what if Jaden Daniels is that good? What if Jaden Daniels is going to be an all-time great? Yo, do you know, hey, think about this, guys. Jaden Daniels, this is his Super Bowl this week. If Jaden fucking Daniels ever beats Detroit this week and goes to the NFC Championship, that means he's in the game to go to the Super Bowl. Listen to that again. If Jaden Daniels wins this week, he's in the game to go to the Super Bowl next week. He's a rookie. Jaden Daniels, with a win this week, can put the NFL, he could become the whole story of the NFL. No matter if the Chiefs, the Ravens, Jaden Daniels could steal the whole storyline of the NFL this week. There's a lot of shit. So listen to this, Darlene. Ready? Here's what Washington. I'm gonna give you a couple futures. Super Bowl. Let's pick a funny number, Dar. What should we throw on Washington to win the Super Bowl? How about my number, $12? We're going to put $12 on the Redskins, the Commanders, to win the Super Bowl. Darling, you're going to shit when you hear this. I want somebody to take a guess what $12 pays. $12 on Washington to win the Super Bowl. Take a guess what it pays. Just give me a typer, and then I'll give you the answer after I see a couple. I would like somebody to pay, like, off the top of the head. $12 pays how much? No, not 1,200. 312. $12 pays 312. It's plus 2,600 for what? Because see, Washington won. They beat Tampa Bay Sunday, so now they're around in. The odds are going to get lower and lower. So if you want Washington, I'll put it in for you. Oh, I'll be by my dad down south by the casino. I could put it in for you this weekend and give you and have the ticket for you. So you got it. I could do that. So that's one. Washington. Let's now watch this one. Washington. What about Jaden Daniels to be the Super Bowl MVP? If Washington wins the Super, oh no, they're not going to win the Super Bowl. But you know what? If they do, and Jaden Daniels is the MVP, $12 on that pays $384. So it's about the same. That's a good long shot to take. You should just take Washington to win you know what, Dar? Fuck the Super Bowl. You could bet them to win the NFC. There's two conferences. Right now, there's 4 teams left on each side. After this week, there'll be 2. You could bet on Washington to win the conference. But here's the odds right now to win the Super Bowl. Detroit is plus 290. Kansas City is plus 350. Philly's plus 420. Then we got my team, Baltimore. I think Baltimore at plus 470 is a steal right now, guys. Baltimore at plus 470 is like, oh my goodness. I got cheddar on Baltimore every way. I got them exactly to beat Philly, 40 to pay 1,100. Baltimore to beat Philadelphia exacta. Got that one. That one's been in for a couple weeks. That's a genius one by the Nooch. Now, today, this is why I want to talk to you guys. I'm in FanDuel. Anybody who's got FanDuel, get it out. Oscar, I know you got FanDuel. I'm in I found futures fusions today. If you just pick the Chiefs to beat the Bills in the AFC Championship, well, in hypothetical matchups, the Chiefs are fucking favorite in the game next week if that happens. But if you go future fusions and you take Chiefs to beat the Bills, it's plus 340. But I got the Ravens. But I'm just saying, if you're a Buffalo, or if you think Buffalo's going to win this week, and you think the Chiefs will get by, like you can think ahead and make yourself money by just looking at the futures fusion. Damn, why I forgot my fucking name on here. Come on. It's making me type my whole shit. Hold on, I gotta sign into the FanDuel. Hold on one second. I got the Spurs tonight, guys. If you want an NBA pick, San Antonio, I was watching them against the Lakers the other night. It was like tie game midway through the third. And then the Spurs proceeded to run the Lakers out of the gym. I'm talking out of the gym. So they got a night off. And now they're playing tonight. And you know what? I'm going to take the Spurs again. I'm going to ride what I saw the other night. They look cohesive. So the Knicks are playing the Sixers. The Sixers fucking stink. If anybody hasn't been, the Sixers stink. Bunch of dogs. Paul George always hurt. Embiid always, like, it's ridiculous. The Knicks are a team. They should beat the brakes off the Sixers tonight. I like the Spurs and the Knicks tonight in a little two-piece dinner. Spurs and the Knicks. Okay. Here's the futures fusion I bet today. I already got Baltimore to beat Philadelphia, right? Lions to beat the Eagles in the NFC Championship game and the Ravens to win the Super Bowl. Oh, my God. How good is that? $3 pays $58. Futures fusions. I want to look at a couple of these. This is where we can really do some damage. Like, I want to try to lock it in. Now, I got to go the other way, too. I got to figure out a way. Hey, I'll tell you what. I don't feel comfortable with the teasers this weekend. I have a feeling the Rams, guys. Let's count backwards. Season. Like when I say a team, the next team, Super Bowl champions. Last year, Chiefs. Year before, Chiefs. Year before, Rams. Not fucking Tom Brady, not Joe Burrow. Why does everybody dismiss the fucking Rams? I think that 6.5 point spread this weekend, I think that's a slap in the face. I think that's a slap in the face to the champs. Yo, the only other champion in these playoffs are the Rams. And they're better now. Kyron Williams wasn't even there. Kyron Williams is a fucking beast. Puka wasn't there. Now Cooper Kupp, whether they're looking at him, they're not looking at him, if he's on the downside, not. He's healthy right now, and Puka is the fucking man. Matthew Stafford's on fire. They beat Minnesota twice this year. So last week wasn't an accident. They beat the shit out of them in week 8. Oh, guys. I mean, come on. 6.5? That, I like the points. I like points on the Rams this week. I'm not afraid. Yo, I took 12.5 with the Packers this week. I won by a half. I mean, I'm not getting cocky about it, but I'm not afraid of Philly. Philly fucks up a lot. They're, like they're good, but this is why I like Baltimore to win the championship and not Philly. I don't think Hurts is on the level of Lamar Jackson. I think Hurts reminds me of like young Russell Wilson, like pretty good, B+, B fucking plus. Everybody can't be an A. Every kid doesn't get the A trophy. For this level, A, Mahomes, Lamar, Allen. I might have to stop right there. Am I missing an A quarterback? Philly's very solid, Oscar. Very solid. That's why me and T-Rich, I think, already got it in, but we got to also go Saquon Barkley Super Bowl MVP. I got to back myself up. I don't have Philly winning the championship, but I am going to put a little something on Saquon Barkley Super Bowl MVP in case they get there and they beat Baltimore. I think this is the year of the rebirth of the running back. I think we should have Barkley and Henry right now to be Super Bowl MVP, get a jump on it. beat them on the odds, and be happy that we have that ticket when the time comes. And if Philly's ever playing Baltimore, oh, imagine. Oh my God. Hey, how much fun would that be if we all are alert enough to have a little something on Henry Super Bowl MVP, Barkley Super Bowl MVP right now. See, I only got Henry, but I'm gonna go in a little while. I'm gonna get Barkley. I'm not gonna let this round pass. So half of me thinks the Rams could win, but the other half of me thinks Philly could get all the way. So I'm gonna have Barkley. I could easily see Barkley and or Henry having monster games before these playoffs are done. I don't know what round, but Henry just had a $180. I mean, like Henry is churning. If Henry runs over Buffalo, I'll tell you what. Why is Buffalo an underdog at home? I think Buffalo should have a little bit more respect on the lines. I think that line's gonna move. Yo, what do you think KC can? I would. You know what? Deep down in my heart, you know who I'm rooting for these whole playoffs. Like in my heart, like if you said Nooch, you can only pick one team to really root for to win it all. Only one, Nooch. Only one. You can't even. Only one. Who do you want to win it all? I would say Chiefs. I would love to see. Nobody's ever won three in a row. A three-peat? Oh my God. Yo. Mahomes MVP. Yo, right? He's like the favorite. He's the favorite on the board. Yo, how good is he? Like, they're saying he had a down year, but like, yo, I watched those Chief games. Like, I don't think he's having a down. I think he's so precise, and they're doing every little pass, and then they hit a big one sometimes. But like, they're playing a different game than everybody else. I think the Chiefs, man, like the way they've been winning those close games, to me, that's a testament of like how good they really are. To me, it's not a flaw. Like I've never like this is the opposite of the '07 Patriots, the team that the Giants beat, the 18-0 team. That team was beating teams 52-6 in the regular season, 49 nothing. Those were massacres. This Chiefs team, they're not blowing teams out, but they're good, man. They're good. I want to look at a couple futures here. More NFL, Super Bowl. See, the Lions are down to plus 290 on FanDuel. That's tough. Eagles plus 420, the Ravens plus 470. Hey, what if the Rams ever beat the Eagles? Then there'll be Rams, Lions. Anybody could win that fucking game. If the Rams ever roll, if the Rams look like they're on fire against the Eagles, then like getting the beat on them right now would be something. Listen, this is what I was saying before I cut myself off. The Rams are the only other champions in this board. Let's see. Detroit, no. KC, yes. Philly, no. They lost in the Super Bowl. Baltimore, no. They didn't even get there yet. Buffalo, no. Rams won the Super Bowl. Washington, very wet behind the ears. Houston, CJ Stroud won a playoff game 2 years in a row. But the Rams at plus 1,600 are tempting. That could like back myself up with Philly. I could see either one of them teams doing well. And hey, Oscar, do you believe that Washington should be a 9.5-point underdog? Who's blown out Washington all year? Anyone? I think 9.5 is a lot of points. I think 9.5 with Washington and 6.5 with the Rams is very inflated, and these games are going to come down to clutch. Like you're going to see Detroit win a tight game against a game rookie quarterback, a very game quarterback in Jaden Daniels. I think Detroit will have a little bit of friction. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't see it, and I don't see Philly dominating the Rams. I see the Rams playing like championship pedigree teams. A veteran quarterback that's got a connection with his coach. What does that tell you? Hey, how about Mahomes and Reed? Does that quarterback coach connection make a difference? Of course. That's what wins games. I think the Rams with McVay and Stafford, they're going to stay close with Philly. Philly's not just going to outclass that. That's a championship pedigree team. When they're healthy, You think they'll cover the 9.5, Big O? So, all right, here's what I want to ask you. All right, we got my favorite teaser in the world. This is the last weekend I could ever do it. 4-leg. All right, help me out, Oscar. Let's do this. Let's do this. Ready? Okay. Here we go. This is the last weekend of the whole season. There's 4 games. Therefore, this is the last 4-leg 10-point teaser I will do until next football season. Sad. So here's what we got to do, Oscar. We got to put 10 points the correct way in those 4 games. But we got the game spreads and we got over-unders. KC minus 8.5, over-under 41.5. Very tempted to knock that 41.5 to 31.5. Very tempted. But I'm going to keep it moving. Think about it. Now we're going to add 10 points to 4 things. We're going to have 8 options. We got to take 4 things and add 10 to the spread. Washington is plus 9.5 at Detroit. Over-under is 55.5. Jesus. You could take 19.5, or you could take a half a point with Detroit. I think Detroit's going to win the game. I think I like. Damn, did they let you take both sides? I don't know. Philly is minus 6.5 against the Rams. Over under 44.5. Do you take Philly plus 4.5 or the Rams plus 16.5? That's tough. I think I like the Rams plus 16.5. Plus 16.5. And then Baltimore is minus 1.5 at Buffalo. Over under 51.5. It's going to be 9 degrees. You think that game will go over 61.5, or would you just want to throw the 10 on? I like Baltimore in that game. I think Baltimore, hey, the Chiefs have so much respect on the odds because so many casual bettors, all the casuals are gambling now too, not just diehard fans. Everybody bets the Chiefs. Yo, the Chiefs are such a heavy favorite to win their conference. If you just take one of the other teams to win the AFC, you get very, very good odds. Very good odds. Where is it? Where's the conference? Here we go. Conferences. Chiefs plus 135, heavy favorite. Baltimore plus 210. Buffalo plus 240, Texans. All right, Detroit plus 100, they're the favorite. Philly plus 170, Rams plus 650. 650. That's like way off. Wow. They don't think the Rams could do anything. I think the Rams could get hot at the right time and be dangerous. Why are they making such a big deal of A.J. Brown reading a book on the sideline? They make a big deal out of bullshit. All right, so I'm gonna put the Rams plus 6.5 here. That's gonna be 1 leg of the 10-point teaser. I'm gonna put Baltimore because that's my diehard team to go all the way. Now, do we take a half a point with Detroit, or do we take 19.5 with Washington? That's the question, Oscar. That's the $1 million question. 10 points. The spread is 9.5. I think we got to take it off Detroit, right? Just Detroit to win. They'll handle business. Detroit, they're tough. We'll take the 10 off Detroit, and we'll be plus a half. Can the Chiefs lose? I hope not. Take 19.5. I wonder if I could do both. Oh, no, they won't let me. Okay, I like the 19.5. Nobody blows out Washington like that. Okay. Houston KC. Is there any way that game doesn't go over 31.5? I'm looking at that over-under. It's 41.5. Is there any way? 31.5. That's 17-15. We win. 17-15. We win. Gotta go over 31.5 in the Chiefs game, right? Got the Rams. Got Washington. Got the Ravens. I need one more leg. It's got to be in the Chiefs-Texans game. Either the spread, we manipulate that 8.5, or the 41.5 over-under. I'm kind of looking at that over-under, right? I'm going to take the over. So here's the bet. 10-point teaser, 4 legs. Rams plus 16.5. Ravens plus 8.5. Love that. Commanders plus 19.5. Very comfortable. And Chiefs Texans over 31.5. That's a nice low number. That's a nice low number. Beautiful. We'll put my lucky number on that. 12 to win 1201. Ooh, I like the 4-leg teasers with 10 points. Get the plus 100 odds. I usually hit them. I lost a 14-point teaser last week. The Chargers got beat by so much that it knocked my 14-point teaser off. That was a weird game. That was a weird one. Yeah, man. You know what? As far as the futures, I'm looking for the Chiefs. I'm looking for everybody to take care of business. I don't want to see any ups. Like I want to see the Chiefs. I want to see the Lions and Eagles. Like I would be shocked. Like if the Chiefs, Lions, or Eagles lose, that'd be a major upset. Major. Buffalo, Baltimore. Solid game. Solid. But couple of these MVPs. Just looking ahead. If you want to ever pepper about 4 different guys to be the MVP, Super Bowl MVPs. Ready for this? Jahmyr Gibbs, plus 1,500. What if Detroit gets there and he goes crazy? $20 on Gibbs pays $300 even. Saquon Barkley, same exact odds as Gibbs. That's the other one I got to put in. $20 on Saquon. I got Henry today. $21 on Henry at the Caesar Sportsbook that I put in at Monmouth. Pays $399 even. That's in. Now $20 on Saquon Barkley pays $300 even. So I'm not. All right. That's all right. Getting a little less odds. Henry's a longer shot than Barkley. Wow. I'm kind of surprised. I think Henry's rolling over everybody right now. I would have Henry a little higher on those odds, guys. Like we all know it should be Lamar, but if Henry has a day, that's going to be your MVP. That's going to be your MVP, baby. Derrick Henry. Don't sleep on the running backs this year. Everybody should have a little something on Barkley Super Bowl MVP and Henry Super Bowl MVP. This way, when you get to the Super Bowl night and Baltimore might be playing Philly, oh my God, how happy are you going to be that you jumped 3 weeks ahead in the odds and robbed everybody? What else we got? Playoff leaders. That's tough. That's tough. They got playoff passing yards leader. Allen is the favorite plus 260. Lamar plus 370. What if Allen goes home and Lamar goes 2 more rounds? I like Lamar plus 370. Man, those are tough. Those are tough. Most playoff rushing yards. Derrick Henry's first. Wow, that's telling. Derrick Henry's first. Minus 110. Saquon plus 115. Gibbs plus 1,000. Hey, if Gibbs has a day, Montgomery might not be full steam this week. But they had a bye. That's why it's going to be hard for anybody with a bye or that doesn't go far to lead. That's tricky. Playoff milestones. Ravens specials. Lamar Jackson to record 200 rushing yards plus 140. That can happen. Derrick Henry to scored 400 rushing yards plus 150. Lamar Jackson to have 750 passing yards plus 280. So he must have had, how many yards did he have already? It's not, well, it's 3 more games if he gets to the Super Bowl. I like that. Lamar for 750. Lamar for 750 playoff passing yards plus 280. Oh, the teaser? All right. Wow. Derrick Henry 5 rushing. There's some good ones if you look in. Mark Andrews 200 receiving yards. What if Baltimore goes to the Super Bowl? What if how much Andrews must have yards already? Oh, hold on. Mark Andrews to have 200 receiving yards in the playoffs is plus 900. Well, Mark Andrews is getting hot, guys. I think I found another one. Hold on. Let's see what he's got right now. I'm going on the stats. Stats. Postseason. Receiving. Mark Andrews. Where are you, buddy? He's got to be on the board somewhere. I saw him catching passes. What am I, crazy? Where's Mark Andrews? Oh, there he is. Mark Andrews has 27 yards receiving. So he needs 173 yards in 3 games. This round, the championship, and the Super Bowl. He needs 173 divided by 3. 15, 2, 3. He needs 58 yards. That's only 58 yards a game. That's doable. And God forbid he ever gets 70 or 80 yards in a game or 65 yards, then the number goes. That's possible. So if the Ravens are going to get to the Super Bowl, Mark Andrews, for Mark Andrews to average, can Mark Andrews average 58 yards a game? If you say yes, it's plus 900. I like that one. Mark Andrews for 200 playoff rushing yards, plus 900. He's 173 away, and I think he's got 3 games to go. That's 58 yards a game. I like that. Oh, defensive front. Do they have defensive? You know what? Do they have defensive? They should have turnovers and shit. That's what I'm a little worried about. The Texans' defense is hot. Texans' defense has been playing good since the end of the year. With all those injuries and shit, I didn't expect them to keep hanging around. The last time they had a rough game was against KC. They just played at KC about a month ago. Remember that? They just played over there. Oh, I gotta look at this. Bills playoffs, but nah, you know what? We gotta go with the teams we think are going the furthest. The Ravens got good ones, man. Yo, Rashard Bateman, he goes for fucking deep balls. Bateman to have 200 receiving yards. To me, that's just as likely as Andrews, plus 1,100. I think these Ravens futures are all worth it. Now let's see Lions. Let's see Detroit. Detroit playoff specials. Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's got 3 games to get to 200 yards, plus 130. That should happen. Wow. Jameis Williams to have 200 receiving yards in 3 games is plus 280. Well, Mark Andrews is plus 900. I don't think that Andrews and Bateman are bad shots to take on their totals on FanDuel. Defensive front. You know what? Spagnuolo. That's what you keep making me think. That was a good. You make me think when you say that, Oscar. When the Giants made those Super Bowl runs, the fucking defensive coordinator, Spagnuolo, the defensive line got to Brady. Spagnuolo, he's in KC. Fat Andy, he's got Spagnuolo on the other side. They're going to be tough. They're going to be tough to beat. At the end of the day, we're thinking about all these teams, and I'm disrespecting the team that's going for the 3-peat. The Chiefs are going for the 3-peat, man. Let's see Chiefs specials, because the Chiefs, they could easily be in the Super Bowl too. Oh, Patrick Mahomes to have 750 passing yards. They're disrespecting him. 750 passing yards. He's got 3 fucking games. 3, 6, 9, 250, 5, 750. They're saying Patrick Mahomes can't average 250 a game. For Patrick Mahomes to average 250 yards a game for the next 3 plus 320. Wow. Plus 320. That's something to don't ever sleep on Mahomes. Don't ever sleep on Mahomes. These are nice. Pacheco, 200 rushing yards, plus 700. One of them is going to get hot. What about Kareem Hunt? They don't even have Kareem Hunt. Wow. Hey, what if I told you that there was super duper specially designed DeAndre Hopkins packages with all this preparation time from Andy Reid? DeAndre Hopkins to record 200 receiving yards in the playoffs. What if they play 3 games and he has a buck Sunday? What if he has a buck on Sunday with 2 games to go? Plus 1,700. If you put $5 on DeAndre Hopkins to have 200 receiving yards in the playoffs, pays $85. That's a shot in the dark. But you know what? He hasn't really. They don't go to him a lot. They don't go to him. I don't trust Chiefs receivers with bulk yardage. They get 3 yard receptions. They make their receivers like split out running backs. They have 3 blockers sets and shit like that. It's hard to call on those. Travis Kelsey. This is how much Travis Kelsey has declined in his production as far as yards. Travis Kelsey to record 250 receiving yards in the playoffs is plus 1,000. Wow. 75, 150, 220. That's over 75 yards a game. Kelsey hasn't gobbled up numbers like that in yardage in a long time. That is a long shot. That's a long shot. Playoff. They got Super Bowl TDs. Anytime touchdown scores Super Bowl right now. Wow. You could go ahead of time if you think you know who's like right now. Derrick Henry Super Bowl anytime is plus 360. How do you have Derrick Henry as the MVP of the Super Bowl and not have something on this? Like, oh my God. Okay, so I have to do that right now. Derrick Henry anytime touchdown Super Bowl plus 360. Oh, so if you jump on that a couple weeks early, it'll be minus 190 in Super Bowl Sunday. $10 pays $36. That's worth it to me. That's worth it. Wow, look how they get you to jump ahead. And if you pick wrong, everybody loses. Look how good these odds makers are to make you gamble and lose your money, right, Oscar? Oh my God. Hey, I saw the Lakers get fucking ran off the court 2 nights ago. I actually lost my live bet on those scumbags. They're playing Miami tonight. Miami's in disarray. If the Lakers don't fucking win tonight, then I don't know anything about psychology of sport. They're gonna be fucking pressing to win. I would bet the Lakers tonight. I would piggyback the fucking brilliance. The Spurs ran the Lakers off the fucking court. Little fatso Chris Paul he was healthy as shit, running the point, hitting Wemby. There's some new wingmen that look real good. They had a night off last night. I got the Spurs tonight. I like the Lakers because it's time. It's fucking time. And they're going to grind out a win against the struggling Heat. I like the Spurs because I like what I saw the other night, and the Knicks because Philadelphia stinks and the Knicks are a championship contender. Those 3 NBA teams, if 2 of them or all 3 don't win, then I'll take a week. I'll suspend myself for 1 week about talking basketball. That's how sure I am of those 3. I got where is it? I got one. Oh, here we go. Knicks money line, Spurs money line, Lakers. Oh, and I like the Bucks tonight. The Magic are a little hurt. The Wagner brothers are one of them's down. Paolo Banchero, not sure. I like Milwaukee to do their thing. NBA is a good night to pepper that board. Good night to pepper the NBA board. Philly and the Knicks is a nice game. You go right in for the Knicks. The Knicks take care of business. Tom Thibodeau doesn't fuck around. They play defense for breakfast, the Knicks. They're like a fucking 1990s team. The Knicks play defense. They only play 7 or 8 guys. Every fucking team plays 10 guys, 11 guys, or lollygag. The Knicks play 7 guys, 40 minutes a night. Like, the Knicks are going to fucking smother Philly. Like, Philly's like soft, they're phony. Embiid never wants to play. Paul George is having a terrible season. Philly is fugazi. This is a beautiful night to take the Knicks. They're down to minus 215. Oh, let me guess the big dogs are playing. I'm not scared at all. Not scared at all. When's that game start? 7:10? Oh, I got to get ready for that. Let's see. First basket. Let's see the starters. Paul George in the starting lineup. Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Anunoby, Tyrese Maxey, Oubre. Oh, all the big guns. Hart, Jericho Sims, Yabusele, and Eric Gordon. Oh, Embiid is not playing. They got no fucking chance. The Knicks are gonna. Oh, no Towns either. Karl Anthony Towns ain't playing. Shit. All right, that's okay. Who's our starting 5? Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Hart, and Sims. Oh, Jericho Sims. He's a big body. Okay. Yeah, the Knicks. I like the Knicks. Oh, now that I know Towns is not playing, the other guys are going to score. I'll give you another nugget. Take Josh Hart to have 15 points tonight. Josh Hart will put a 15 burger in there. He always gets a lot of lunch pail buckets, hustler. He'll be around the rim without the extra big man. He'll be rebounding. You could pencil Hart in for 15 and 6 tonight. 15 points, 6 boards. Take it to the bank. And I'll tell you what, as long as Chris Paul, that little old bastard, is healthy, the Spurs are a fun team to watch. You got to check them out. I'm going to go finish the second half of my dinner because I didn't want to come on here too late. But I just wanted to do a quick 45. Saturday, something like that. Get ready, just get some final bets in. But boys, I will see you soon and stay in touch with me. Hit me up. Peace.